My name is Kit, and this is my campervan, Willie. When I left my home in London at the age of 20, I moved to the Isle of Thanet on the southeast corner of England, where I lived for the next 2 decades. Now, having lived in the north of England for close to a decade, I've decided to head south once more to revisit some of my old haunts. Join me on my adventures. It's rather beautiful. Hello, welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, my name's Kit, and this is my campervan. Thank you very much for joining me, and welcome to episode 3 of my Return to Planet Thanet series. In the previous episodes, you saw me visit Westgate, Margate, Cliftonville, Broadstairs, and now here I am contemplating perhaps leaving the Isle of Thanet just for one episode and exploring some of the places that you can find a little bit further afield.
I can see it in your eyes, I can feel it in your touch, I can hear it in your voice, though you haven't said that much.
Well, last night I parked up at the top of a cliff where I saw a number of other motorhomes were parked, and I did get a very good night's sleep, the best night's sleep I've had in ages. But now, suddenly, all hell is breaking loose outside, because what I didn't realise is that I'm actually parked outside a school, and so millions, literally millions of snotty, screaming, virusy children swarming all over the place, with their horrible mums and dads who think that their precious little child is the most important thing that ever existed. So yeah, traffic and school children, it's a bad combination. I'm going to have my coffee and then I'm going to make like a shepherd. I have no idea at all where I'm going to go today. I don't have a plan. But I'm also thinking that I might take a drive out into the countryside and show you some of the rural areas of the Isle of Thanet, because this is a rural area. It's surrounded by farmland.
Will be scattered in the wind.
With my mind still not fully made up, I headed off in search of open countryside. I had a vague idea to show you some farms and oast houses that I'd photographed in the past, but I got lost without ever finding them and ended up leaving Thanet behind as I found myself on the road to Canterbury. So I've left Thanet behind and taken a drive out into the countryside, and I'm currently at the Grove Ferry Inn, which is a lovely inn on the river at Grove Ferry. And I'm enjoying some nice fresh country air. Someone's got a bonfire going. And a very lovely, tranquil place it is. It's beautiful. I've spent many happy days here. Well, it's been at least 7-8 years since I last sat in this shelter. This is the shelter at the start of the STODMARSH Nature Reserve trail. I'm not going to go on the whole trail now because it's miles and I'm wearing sandals and it's muddy and I'll get exhausted and sweaty. But it's very nice to rediscover this place because I'd forgotten it was here. It's just across the road from the Grove Ferry Inn, and I think I discovered it by accident the last time I was here as well. But the last time I was here, I was wearing better shoes and I had plenty of time on my hands. So I followed the path right the way along the entire length of the trail through the STODMARSH Nature Reserve, and I took lots of wildlife photographs and landscape photographs. Maybe I'll show you a few. Anyway, I'm not going to do the whole trail now, but I may do just a little bit of it for old time's sake. It's a bit muddy. I'm not going to go any further.
Drive the same roads every day. We both get there our own way. Thistle and an apple tree, how different two souls can be. But we both grow from the same sorrow. If we both know we'll be together tomorrow, I can be like a tree in the wind. Same old roots, but I can bend, turning to understand and sway together.
All that walking at Grove Ferry had given me a powerful appetite. Time to get a table and order some pub grub.
Now it's almost like a dance, the rendering of stubbornness, and it just cuts us deeper through the longer I'm away from you. Yeah, we fight good, we make love better if we both know we'll be together.
Do you remember a few episodes ago when I got lost in Matlock? Well, on my way back to the van, I ripped my trousers and my bollocks popped out, and it was very embarrassing. I believe I shed a tear or two. Everybody's seen my scrotum. I've just realised I'm wearing the same trousers today, and I've been sitting here with my legs wide open, and my left bollock hanging out. That's not good.
Nothing worth having comes easy, baby. Yeah, we fight good, we make love better if we both know we'll be together forever. We can be.
So I've just had a meal at the, Ye Olde Yew Inn near Canterbury. It was very nice. I have to say, I would have eaten a lot more. In fact, I probably would have treated myself to a banquet. But there were two things going against it. The first thing, it's very, very expensive here. I really fancied a steak and chips, but that would have set me back £21. So I had a beef panini for £8, and it was very small and not very satisfying. But the other thing that kind of put me off spending a lot of money here, when I would have done, is I said to them, as I often do when I park up at these places, I said, I'm parked in a camper van in your car park. Would it be okay for me to spend the night here? And they said no. So I thought, well, if they're not even going to let me stay here, then why should I really spend a fortune on overpriced and slightly unsatisfying food? The quaint village of Westbere is hidden away not far from Canterbury. The inn was built in 1348 and is the oldest pub in Kent. Dick Turpin, the legendary highwayman, evaded capture by hiding out here. Anyway, that's it. On to the next destination. I made my way the short distance to Canterbury, where I found a park-up, and set off for my two main destinations, the Cathedral, and more importantly to me, the Marlowe Theatre.
I've been acting like a wild man, sleeping like a child.
As I walked through the west gate, my sandals clacking on the Canterbury cobbles, I found myself a little uncertain of the way.
I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom. Always in bloom for you.
Canterbury is a walled city, and the shopping district is a higgledy-piggledy mix of ancient pubs and modern shops, and there are a variety of intersections that seem very similar.
And I'm not sure of those stranger in this content. I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom. Always in bloom for you.
Just when I thought I'd lost my way, I found a familiar passage and waddled delightedly to my main goal, the Marlowe Theatre.
Although it hurts me, be with you. I'm always in.
As usual, I managed to talk my way inside for a sneaky peek. I'd worked at the Marlowe Theatre in the past, but unlike the Theatre Royal Margate, I had no special love for the place, although I'll admit it's bigger, better and less run down. Then I decided to visit Canterbury Cathedral, because it would be rude to visit Canterbury and not show you the cathedral. I noticed when I spied the cathedral spires above the rooftops of Canterbury, there were signs of scaffolding, so I was prepared for disappointment. But when I arrived at the cathedral, what I wasn't prepared for was the fact that they charge you to enter. Now, I'm pretty sure that a house of worship, a church or a cathedral, is supposed to be open to everyone, surely. People should be able to worship without having to pay? Isn't that a thing? I don't know, I'm not religious, but it surprised me that they charge people to enter a house of the Lord. The Lord is obviously making lots of money. And they told me that I really wasn't even allowed to film outside without paying them, but they let me off just this once if I didn't go past the barrier. So I got a couple of cursory shots from the outside of the cathedral and then made my way back to the car park. And I got lost. I took a shortcut, didn't I? I thought I was cutting off a corner, although I wasn't entirely sure where the corner was, or if indeed there was a corner, but I thought I'd cut a corner, and I took a very squiggly route through lots of back alleys and got hopelessly lost, and eventually found my way back to the car park, where I now sit. So I'm going to drive back to the Isle of Thanet. I'll arrive in the dark and hopefully find somewhere safe to park up and recover from my shock. And that seems like quite a good place to end the episode. I do hope you've been enjoying this series, and I hope you'll return for the next episode. But before you go, please remember to do the decent thing. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, share, comment, do all the good stuff, and I will see you next time. See you later.